Is the $200 per month raise for Social Security actually happening in January? That is the number one thing people are asking me right now. I want to break it all down in this video. I have got an article here that I am going to put on the screen so you can see the proof for yourself. Let us figure out what is really going on as we close out the year 2025. It makes sense why everyone is curious. You have probably seen headlines about this $200 bump for months. The politicians are talking about it, but does that mean the money hits your bank account in January of 2026? That is what we need to figure out. So we are going to go over all the fine print right now. Just a heads up, the report I am about to show you is from about a month ago. I am using it because it explains the situation better than anything else out there. Even though it is a little older, the details are still super important for understanding where we are at today. Here is where it gets interesting. Earlier this year, when those tariffs started, lawmakers brought back the idea of a $200 per month raise. Things went quiet during the summer and fall, but then about a month and a half ago, they doubled down on that raise for beneficiaries. That is exactly what I want to cover today. I am going to put the article up on the screen right now. Go ahead and read through it while I explain the details. This is all about the Emergency Social Security Inflation Relief Act. I have mentioned it before, but I really want you to see the specifics in this text for yourself. Because of the tariffs and high inflation, lawmakers introduced this Relief Act earlier in the year, but nothing really happened with it back then. However, right at the end of October, they reintroduced it. The plan is to give beneficiaries a $200 monthly raise starting in January, but the catch is that it would only last for the first 6 months of the year. Just because they are talking about it, does that mean it is actually starting in January? I really wish that whenever lawmakers discussed a bill, it would automatically happen, but that is simply not how it works. Just because they bring up a raise does not mean the program is active. Unfortunately, the hard truth is that this is not happening right now. The simple reason is that the bill did not pass. Nobody knows for sure if it ever will. The plan was to send out $200 a month starting in January for just 6 months. That comes out to a total of $1,200, and then the payments would cut off entirely in July. I have mixed feelings about this whole idea. Realistically, getting just $1,200 total is not enough to fix the financial struggles people are facing. Do not get me wrong, because the money would definitely help, but it is only a temporary fix for 6 months. It does not solve the long-term problem. Look, getting $1,200 would be amazing for a lot of folks. But here is the trap. You get that extra $200 for 6 months, you start relying on it to pay bills, and then suddenly it is gone. It helps for a minute, but it leaves you hanging when it ends. That is the biggest issue I see with a temporary fix like this. So let us get straight to the point. Is that $200 raise kicking in this January? The short answer is no. The reason is simple. Lawmakers have proposed things like the Emergency Social Security Inflation Relief Act and the Social Security Expansion Act, but none of them have actually passed. Without a vote, that $200 per month boost is just an idea on paper. If you hear others saying, "Get ready, it is coming," take it with a grain of salt. Yes, lawmakers have written the bill, but Congress has not voted it through. There is a huge difference between suggesting an idea and actually getting it signed by the president. Until that happens, it is just talk. On the flip side, people are still buzzing about the $2,000 stimulus check. Ever since the president mentioned it about a month and a half ago, it has been a huge topic of conversation. We will have to wait and see where that goes, because honestly, nobody knows what will actually happen in 2026. There are just too many unanswered questions right now. I saw a comment recently that really nailed the situation. Someone said that these politicians are doing a lot of proposing, but nobody's getting married. That is such a perfect way to put it. We see tons of new bills being introduced constantly, but there is zero actual commitment to making them happen. It feels like they are scared to tie the knot on any of these ideas. In this case, getting married means the bill actually passes the House and the Senate and gets signed by the president. That is the only commitment that counts. Until we get that official signature, These proposals are just nice ideas on a piece of paper. We need them to be signed, sealed, and locked in before we can celebrate. I wanted to give you a quick update because so many of you have been asking me about this. Over the last month and a half, I have seen tons of comments asking if this is really starting in January. While that is the plan in the proposal, the reality is that we are running extremely low on time. To be completely honest, there are only a few days left in the year. Could they technically squeeze this in before the year ends? Sure, anything is possible, but I really do not see that happening. It is just too late in the game to expect a miracle before New Year's Day. As for next year, anything could happen. However, if I had to guess, I think we have a much better shot at seeing a stimulus check or a rebate instead of a monthly raise. A one-time payment seems way more realistic right now than getting an extra $200 added to our benefits every single month. Now, I could be completely off base here, but if I had to place a bet on what happens in 2026, I would lean toward a one-time check. Getting a stimulus check or a rebate seems way more likely than Congress approving a monthly raise to our benefits, especially a temporary one. Of course, that is just my take on the situation. We will have to wait and see how it actually plays out. Things are moving fast right now, so I will be here to keep you updated on every new development as soon as it happens. Go ahead and leave your thoughts or questions in the comments section. I am always checking to see how I can help you out. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Since we are still in that festive season, happy holidays. I hope you and your family are doing great. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button. It is 100% free and really helps the channel. Feel free to share this video with anyone who needs the info. Also, tell me what you want me to cover next. I am happy to make a dedicated video or do a live stream to answer your specific questions. Just let me know how I can support you. My goal is to advocate for you and keep you informed. Thank you for being part of this community. Do not forget to subscribe and share, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.